Okay, so now let's see how to create a cam connector. Okay, so the way is the same. So you get this one, for example. You pick for what wood size, wood thickness, because like I said yesterday, you cannot just use one of them for all. So let's say from 16, this A is yeah, so this is for from 16, so it's the dowel, the dowel will be here where in the middle of the board, so it's going to be 8, right? So 16 divided by 2, 8. So it doesn't matter. So 8, 9.5. Okay, so we go to take this image. Save the image, take the DWG. Okay, we have the TWG in the image. Now let's see. So the drilling depth is 12.5 plus, let's say, 0.5 tolerance, and then the the radius of the drill should be 13.5 or 16.5. So depending of what you're using. So we're going to the system, go to element manager. The easiest way is if you go to getting started, connection technology. Yesterday I showed you from scratch how to do the dowel, but now I'll show you easier way. So let's say we go to Hetik or Hefele, doesn't matter, we get this connector. We click here and then we just copy this and we say this is our underscore com training. Save, and then we go with the image here. So I'm just going to cut this and paste it here in connectors. I can even create my own folder and then get this dowel and this cam up to the folder. So this cam here, I need the image, so I click here. Then the image is not here, so I click down here. I get the image, cut. I go back, right click, paste. Take this, open. Then I get the number if I find it, the purchase number. I put it here. It's something else. Then I say what is that. This is the description, like I explained yesterday. So you fill this information correctly, so you get it after you configure it. This characteristic should be like this, corner connector, and the dowel adjustment will be 8 because this is for 16. Then we have just one subassembly to part number 1. Then here you have the work group, so I'm just going to say this is 13.5 to 12.5 and save. Then I say 13.5, 12.5, apply, save, and then here I pick the DWG. It's not here, so I need to click down here. I cut it, then right click, paste, open, and usually here I'm just going to place them at 0. Align work group with both parts, and then I go to connector set. I go to cam connection. I can pick anything, but let's say I pick this. Then I'll name it after this I will click here on connector and I'll pick mine. Then I click apply and then save. So I just remove this, the rest is the same. What is this? This is when we can use this connector set. So when we can use it for thickness of inset part that much, thickness of offset part that much, and inner body angle like this. So we save it like this, we close, and now we just create one article. So one article, Anyway, this is let's say I take this one, I name it CA for CAM. I go up here, I'm just going to pick, let's say this one, change it to CAM, because this is the connection situation. So here I click the type, we did that yesterday, so apply and just save, and this should be default. Apply this connection situation, save, apply, let's say 400, okay. Now I go to Visual Manager, I go to 4. This is not mine, so I have to select the article, go to connection scan, this is the one, okay. So now I need to adjust this here. So I'm going to apply XYZ, but usually I open the organizer. When I work with connectors, I open the organizer, I go to Element Manager, then hardware and machinings, and then I pick the connector here, and then this. So then I just add another one. It's going to be to part 1. Allow work group with both parts. And then here I can just type XYZ as well. Save. And then this is the organizer, which is, there's this organizer and cut. So this, you can use the element manager here and just minimize them. It's synchronized, so if I refresh, I'll see the result there. So this is it. So now, where do I need to rotate this? I need to rotate it again in X direction, 90 degrees in X, this way, right? And yes, so this is the machining, the drill. So I go and say here, up here, this is the drill, the machining, this is the drawing. So I go orientation in X, 90 degrees, save, minimize, right click, refresh, and on. So now it's okay. Now this one here, this is the DWG. I need to rotate it again in X direction, but this time minus 90, this way, right, like this. So I go here and I say minus 90, I save. Here it is, right? Okay. So maybe the DWG is not for 13.5, but you'll know what you're using. So now I delete this. So I can go to element manager here, or I can go to the organizer element manager. It's the same thing. So now this XYZ, I click here and I delete it and save. Then I refresh again, and that's it. we're done. So now this dowel here, it's not, yeah, it's dowel for cam, right? So it's a bolt, or I don't know how you call it, but in Vietnamese. So this one here, you see where it's now? So it's from here to here is 8, right? So if I go back here and I say, okay, it's not 8 anymore, it's okay, 9. Save, refresh. Did you see that? So if I measure from here to here, now it's 9. You asked me yesterday about this. So that's how you control the dowel. That's how you control this. So this one is synchronized with the cam. So this bolt or dowel for cam is synchronized with the cam itself. So for the position will be reference to these characteristics here, okay? And this cam, for example, will be only for thickness of the part of 16, but then if I want for 18, I want 9, okay? Good. So now I want to anyway, any of these is the same. Maybe not this one. Yeah, maybe that. Yeah, okay, fine. All right, so alright, so now you see this one. This one is the same as the dowel. So we're going to do it the same exact way that we did the dowel. So we'll take this and okay. So this is for 34. We can see this here, the page of the catalog. Okay, so the easiest way, if I go to the element manager and I go to connection technology and I go to CAM connector, there's this one here, I screw dowel, so it's this is the connector that we're looking for. So now let's say we pick this one and we say this is our screw in dowel for training, and save. And now now we just click here, get the image. This, oh, I didn't save the image. I cannot take it from here. So save image. Desktop. Oh, okay, I have it, but I couldn't see it. So it's somewhere here. Yeah, so I cut this. Then I go back to the element manager, right click, paste, click here, open. Then I go to, you see this one here, it's showing where the cam will be, okay? So I just leave it like this for now. Then we go here and we have drill in part 1 and in part 0. So here, let's say this is actually okay. I have the diameter and the depth, so you already know how to do that. And I'll put just the WG. So I click down here, I cut it, go back here, I'm in here, and then paste, open. Is going to keep it like this, zeros everywhere, save. Then in the other part, let's say we want 5. I think it's going to be okay. I don't know. Let's see the catalog. Yeah. So okay, it's actually. It depends which one you use. So it's either 5, 8, or 10. So I think this one is 8, the one that I'm using. So I go back, say 8, and then I save this like this. And I save, and then here I just want to put everything at 0. I want to align both parts to align this 0 to both parts. Then I go to connector sets and I pick my connector for CAM, which is inside CAM connector. It was Hefele, Minifix, and then this one. And this is not my connector. I have that kind of connector and this kind of connector, right? So if I click here, I go down to this, I click apply, and I save. So now I have this connector and this connector within one connector set. So now I just minimize, I go to the system, refresh, and this is my, see, this is my screw in dowel, right? So this will be positioned the same way like the dowel.
线路输入
So look at this. This is part number which one? Which is this part number? This one. part number, what? 0. Okay, so this is part number 0, so I need to go to the connector for the screw-in dowel. So part 0, and I need to add this XYZ. So I go, I make this to part 0, and I say XYZ, pick it, apply, and then I go here and I say refresh, and now I need to rotate this drill. It's again in X or in Y, so 180. So I go back here and I go to the drill, which is here, and orientation 180, save, minimize, right click, refresh. Now it is okay, right? Now let's see the other one. It's in part number 1, so I select this on, and it's this time it's okay, so I don't need to move it, but sometimes you have to, so you do the same way. But there is this DWG, I need to rotate it, right? I need to rotate it in which direction? In Y, 90, right? So I go, yeah, so I go to drawing name and I say Y90, right? So I go refresh. This is the one, and obviously this dowel is bigger, so what I need to do is move this cam away. So how can I do it? Yeah, so I left it in purpose like this. So I go here and I say 34, and it will move automatically the cam, right? But then I need bigger drill here, right? So I go to the organizer and I say instead of 24, 34, but I need to also change this. Alright, so apply, save, and then refresh, and that's it, done. So what do I need to do also is I need to delete the XYZ. So I'm always using the organizer when I'm configuring connectors, so it's much easier to test and to see if it's working. So that's why I'm using it. So now it goes like this, and it is correct. Well, almost, but here you just need to widen the diameter here. The diameter you have to widen it, but you know how, so it's okay. Right, so maybe for the screw you might not want to have that kind of drill. This is too big of a drill, so maybe you want to have like 5. So yeah, it's
Hiện anh đang thay đổi kích thước của con ốc.
yeah, let's go like I go here and I say this one instead of 8 it's going to be 5, and yeah. Apply, save, refresh. Yeah, this is too anyway, it's the same way. You can see how much is this, but it's, yeah, that's the way. So yeah, okay, it's fine as long as it's not like 8 complete, so it's okay. because you want to screw it, so it's fine. Anyway, you can do it however you want. So fine, good. And now I can use this all the time. And now you need to do it.